The American legal system includes two very different types of cases, civil and criminal. Criminal cases involve acts that are considered harmful to society as a whole and consequently are considered offenses against the state or the jurisdiction of the prosecuting agency. On the other hand, civil cases generally involve conflicts between individuals regarding the legal duties and responsibilities between them. Although criminal law and civil law are different, there's some overlap between the two. Crimes are considered offenses against the state or society as a whole. This means that although one person can murder other, the murder itself is considered an offense against all members of society. Consequently, crimes against the state are judged by the state, and the prosecutor, like not the victim, presents the case in a court as a respective of the state. If it were a civil case, the affected party would present the cause. Criminal offenses and civil offenses generally differ in their punishment. Criminal cases will impose prison terms and possible punish as a possible punishment, while civil cases will generally result in financial damages. In order to innovate or not to innovate, um, we should be aware that a criminal case could include both prison terms and financial penalties in the form of fines. What is criminal responsibility? A person is criminally liable when the person has been found guilty of committing a punishable act. Saying that a person has criminal responsibility, I'm sorry, saying that a person has criminal responsibility is the same as saying that a person has legal duty to answer for an awful action according to the penal code. This establishment this establishes that no action or omission that is not foreseen as a crime by law prior to its perpetration will not be punished will not be punished, and security measures may only be imposed when the budgets previously established by the law meet. The concept of criminal responsibility uh, and I'm sorry. What are the defenses to criminal liability? Defenses to criminal liability are methods by which those accused of crimes can respond to charges made by their prosecution. A competent defense authority should design a competent defense in an attempt to explain away the evidence the prosecution has brought against their client. Uh, Numerous defenses might be presented depending on such as thing as the type of crime client, um, the type of crime alleged, the evidence, the factors surrounding the offense, among others. There are no well-established ways in which to categorize the various defenses to crime liability, but they range for trying to exonerate the defendant for criminal responsibility, all altogether to trying to eliminate one or more of the elements of the crime. To success of any defense to criminal liability will rely on the authority's ability to convince the judge or jury of its validity. Common defense used in criminal cases include like alibi, automatism, coercion. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. Defense of property, entrapment, ignorance or mistake, reverse order. The I'm sorry. Ignorance of or mistake or self-defense. What does the Fourth main Amendment mean? The Constitution, through the Fourth Amendment, protects the people from unreasonable searches and seizures by the government. This, however, is not a guarantee against all searches and seizures, but only those that are deemed unreasonable under the law. The Fifth Amendment, Miranda rights at the glance. Miranda rights are rooted in the Fifth Amendment's protections against self-incrimination. Petitioner Ernesto Miranda confessed to a violent crime after 2 hours of police interrogation and signed a statement that he confessed. With the full knowledge of my legal rights, understanding any statement I make may be used against me. However, he has never explained these rights. The court ruled the interrogation was coercive in nature, and that he wasn't informed about his rights to an attorney. Therefore, they concluded he didn't voluntarily waive these rights when he signed the statement because he didn't understand his rights. Had he retained legal counsel, he probably wouldn't have been so forthcoming during the interrogation. And finally, the exclusionary rule. The exclusionary rule prevents the government from using most evidence gathered in violation of the United States Constitution. The decision in established that the exclusionary rule applies to evidence gained from an unreasonable search or seizure in violation of the Fourth Amendment. The decision in Miranda v. Arizona established that the exclusionary rule applies to improperly efficient self-incriminatory statements gathered in violation of the Fifth Amendment and to evidence gained in situations where the government violated the defendant's Sixth Amendment right to counsel. However, the rule does not apply in civil cases, including deportations hearings. Thank you.